This is the BillyOh 5000 and this is named the ultimate shed. Nick, why is that?
Debbie, this is the ultimate shed for a number of reasons. We give it the ultimate headroom, which means it's the tallest out of any of our range. And more importantly, we also give it tongue and groove cladding on both the roof and the walls. Now this is really important as it gives a really strong finish as well. It gives you that ultimate confidence with the shed.
So tongue and groove, it's interlocked instead of overlapped, isn't it? Is that why it's stronger? Is that the way it works?
That's right. At BillyOh, we offer two different variations on shed construction. The budget sheds use what we call overlap, which is where the timbers simply overlap. Now with this particular range of construction, we use what we call tongue and groove. So the boards slide in on top of one another. It's smooth cut timber, so it gives a nice finish, but essentially the timbers are thicker and stronger. And with them interlocking on top of one another, it just gives you that better construction.
So who's going to buy this shed and what are they going to use it for?
This is going to be what we class as our avid gardener, or maybe somebody who wants a workshop, just a bit of peace and quiet, somewhere to get away and thrive at the hobby that they love, something like that.
Well, let's take a look around the 5000. The first thing we're going to take a look at is the doors. Anything special?
Well, on this particular model, the first thing you'll notice is we have what we call a pad bolt. Now this is the only shed of the entire range that comes with the pad bolt. And as you can see, it's just strong, sturdy, and a great way of locking your shed. Now you'll need to provide your own padlock, some people do like to put a strong padlock on it.
And we do have double doors as well, don't we? So that means that they open all the way out. So if you've got larger items to store in here...
yeah, I'll just grab the other one.
There we go. It's going to be easier to get them in. And the actual construction of the doors, not only tongue and groove, but these are kind of reinforced as well, aren't they? Yeah,
I mean, as you've mentioned, now that we've got here, the doors open off a really big, wide open space. So you can get in the large items, such as the big lawn mowers, or any large items that you might want to come in and use whilst you're in your workshop. But yes, moving on to the doors, you'll notice, as with most sheds, there's the 3 bars, top, centre and bottom. But the key thing with the 5000, we've also braced it. And what that means is any gentle knocks, anything like that, it won't send the door out of alignment, which is really good.
Because sometimes they can kind of move, can't they?
Exactly, yes. It looks like some sort of concertina effect if you're not careful. But yeah, this should eliminate that.
Now from the doors down to the floors, because this is where we have a choice to make,
There is. I'm just going to get down there now.
Okay.
As you can see, this particular one is a tongue and groove floor. So it's strong, it's durable, and it's also been treated as well. Like the cladding, the tongue and groove interlocks just makes it a stronger floor. Again, ideal for the likes of sit and ride lawnmowers, maybe even mobility scooters and heavier items. Now we also do a sort of a lesser intensity floor, which we call a solid sheet floor. This is ideal for things such as light shoes maybe, or bicycles or something like that, just for very light use. If you're feeling ultimately DIY oriented, you can build your own floor for it.
Okay, so those are your 3 choices. Shall we go inside and have another look at the construction?
Yes, let's do it.
Well, now we've come inside, let's take a look, first of all, at the roof, because this is a really strong roof, isn't it?
It really is. This is the only shed that utilises both the tongue and groove on the walls and on the roof. So all of our other sheds use the solid sheet material. This has the tongue and groove boards, so it's a really unique feature of this shed. Gives it a real strong finish.
Okay, and what's this? I've not seen this in a shed before.
Yep, these are what we call roof trusses. And as you'll notice, this shed has 3 of them. And what that does, each individual panel where it joins has a roof truss that runs from right to left, and that just adds to the strength within the roof as well. And just to add to that further, you'll notice a purlin runs to each truss, and then we have a single roof support running down each side as well. So this roof really is braced well, so hopefully should be up to all that summer weather and the winter as well.
Well, we can see what the roof's like on the inside, but what happens on the outside? Is it felted?
It is. Any shed that comes from BillyOh comes with felt as standard, and with this being a premium shed, you get premium felt. So we supply it with our mineral felt, which is thicker and stronger than standard sand felt.
So how does my BillyOh 5000 arrive?
Well, the 5000 is going to arrive pretty much the same way as any of our sheds do. What we highlighted a while back is that a lot of people had a problem with getting their sheds through the house into the back garden. So they would essentially have a really large garden, but they'd have to buy a small shed because they just couldn't get a big one through the house. So what we've done is we've created a modular system. And what that means is, as you can see here, the panel is 4 foot wide and just over 5 foot tall. So it's designed to fit through a standard front door. So if you've got a large garden, but only a small space to fit it through, with the BillyOh shed, you can get it through with no problem at all. So you can happily have a really large shed in the garden, the one you've always wanted.
And how do I put it together once I've got it in the garden?
Well, all the panels are pre-assembled, so literally once you've got all the panels in the back garden, then you literally just screw them together. And the beauty of the BillyOh framing system is that each panel has its own framing. So when you screw them together, it essentially doubles up that framing and makes it a stronger shed as well.
Now you'll also notice that we have shelves in this shed as well. Now these are an extra, aren't they?
They are. We've noticed that with any shed, maximising internal space is absolutely vital, and this gives you a great opportunity to do that. So you'll notice that we've managed to put quite a few items on these shelves right here, and these are bespoke, made at the factory from BillyOh. And what you'll see is they attach to each part of the framing on the shed. So these particular shelves are 4 foot wide. We also do 3 foot wide shelves as well. So it kind of fits to whichever shed combination you buy from, as you can sort of decide which shelving combinations you want to maximise your space.
Can they go on any wall as well?
They can go on any wall, on the back, in the corner. They literally are bespoke for anywhere in the shed.
Okay. And I've noticed as well, this is the windowless version. Can I have windows in here if I want to?
Yes, we offer various options with our sheds. Now with this particular range, you can either have windowless or with windows. So what you would get on this one, if you had a windowless shed, obviously you get what we have now. If you have one with windows, you'd have 4 panels here, and each panel would have 2 windows in.
And what about opening windows? Is that an option?
On our 10 foot wide sheds, we do offer opening windows. This is the 8 foot wide one, so you would have fixed ones on here, but if you do go for the 10 foot wide one, you will get the opening windows.
See, I'm imagining, beautiful sunny day like you've seen it is today, sitting here with my sewing machine. I know it's a workshop and we've got lots of tools and garden things in here, but I'd be using this for more recreation or for a hobby, and certainly with a window so I can see the garden outside. There are so many different uses for a shed, aren't there?
That is the beauty of this shed, and with the 5000 range, like we were just discussing with the shelving, you can attach it to the framing. Now the beauty of the 5000 range is the framing is that much thicker than any of the other ranges we do as well, so it gives you not only a lot of framing, but thicker framing to go out as well. And with it being such a big shed, you can actually have the argument, you don't even need the argument. One of you can be on this side, the other can be on this side, so you can have a workshop here and a craft area there. So we've solved everything.
So this is going to be a perfect shed for you. The size and of course the structure, the stability and the strength of this shed, whether you want it for security, for storage or for a little bit of leisure time.